price of gasoline isn't what it used to be. And there are still some pretty fuel-hungry beasts gobbling it up every day. While there seems to be no let-up in the urban combat we call city traffic. Well, maybe we're about to turn the corner on a new age. The age of solar-powered cars. And maybe behind the door of this ordinary-looking building in Waltham, Massachusetts, is a calling card of the 21st century. This is James Worden, project manager of Solectria Solar Cars. An MIT engineering grad, he drives to work every day in his Solectria Sunrise. We'll take a closer look at it in just a moment, but first, let's get a quick and easy engineering lesson on how solar-powered cars convert tanning power to horsepower.
Okay, the solar cells convert the sunshine that hits the car into electricity, and the electricity gets stored in a battery. The car actually runs on the battery, and it uses as little power as possible to go as many miles as it can. One of the most important components in the car is the motor controller, which converts the battery power into the motive power to go to the motor, and it controls the motor exactly how much power the driver wants to give the wheel.
If you have a high-performance car, your motor probably looks a little like this. If you have a solar-electric car, it looks more like this. Okay, now let's give that little Sunrise a closer going over. Now, why would someone want one, James?
Sunrise is a practically oriented commuter car for today's use. It goes about 50 miles an hour for up to 60 miles, and it has very good city performance, getting in and out of traffic, good pickup, and I can seat 4 people or 2 people and some cargo or groceries, and it's a lot of fun to drive.
And of course, this is a car that's 100% earth-friendly too, right?
This car uses no gas, it makes no pollution, it needs no oil, and if you look under the hood, you'll see it has just a few components and really nothing that wears out except a limited life battery, which is replaced every 3 or 4 years.
And all of this advanced technology, with a big helping of social responsibility, is still competitively priced.
This car should be available in small quantities at about $15,000 a piece.
Unless someone told you otherwise, you'd never know just by looking at the Sunrise that it wasn't just another copycat Econobox like the millions of others of that stripe that are sidestepping through traffic and fulfilling the transportation needs of the global marketplace every day of the week. But maybe that's a concern of yours. Maybe you like the idea of solar power, but you're looking for a bit more styling grist for your mill. Well, James and Company think they have the answer. This is the Solectria Light Speed. A bit more visual punch and a bit more light speed.
Do about 85 miles an hour max speed and 120 miles range. The parts in this car are worth about $25,000, but this is a one-off prototype. If it was manufactured, it could be much less than that.
Ever wonder if a solar-powered car comes to a shuddering halt when the sun sets or the rain falls? Well, since the power is stored in batteries...
In the rain or at night, this car can do approximately 100 to 150 miles. Average about 120 you can expect out of it.
James is ably assisted at Solectria by product development coordinator Anita Rajan, also an MIT grad, who has not only worked on building Solectria vehicles, but racing them too, successfully. And when most people think of solar-powered race cars, they quickly think of the GM Sunracer. It's been seen on television numerous times, and its exploits around the world, competing in solar-powered automobile races, gives it quite a reputation. GM has invested a great deal of time, research and development, and lots of money into this ultra-high-tech project. James certainly can't compete head-to-head with the corporate warp drive of General Motors, but that was never his intention in the first place.
The Sunracer is a racing car, not to confuse that with a practical vehicle. It's a $8 million solar racing car, which can go up to about 50 miles an hour on pure solar. But a practical car can be made for much less money, right down in the neighborhood of a normal car's price.
You say a motor can't run on the warmth of the sun when it don't shine.
Driving a solar-powered car can't help but make you feel like a slightly more conscientious member of society. Although, you will have to shake some old habits.
My car, it might change.